Hot and cold attention can feel more powerful than steady affection because your body starts waiting for relief. That is the part people often mistake for chemistry. The warm message arrives after distance. The apology arrives after silence. The good night arrives right when you are ready to stop caring. Suddenly, the relief feels like proof that the connection is special. The pattern starts in a familiar moment that looks normal until you slow it down. The pattern is not that someone is unavailable once. Real life has work, stress, sleep, and bad timing. The pattern is that attention becomes unpredictable enough that you start organizing your mood around the next reward. Intermittent reinforcement means the reward does not arrive every time. That unpredictability is what makes it sticky. If the answer were always no, you could grieve and leave. If the answer were stable, you could relax. The hook is not the warmth. The hook is the switch. The everyday loop is distance, checking, one warm message, renewed chase. Your nervous system learns to treat a small return of warmth like a major repair, even when nothing has actually changed. The relief is not the same thing as repair. Relief means the discomfort paused. Repair means the pattern changed. Those are very different standards. This is why steady people can feel boring after a hot and cold bond. Calm does not spike the system the same way. A reliable person may feel less intense because they are not constantly taking safety away and giving it back. The practical question is not, do they ever make me feel amazing? The question is, what happens between the amazing moments? Do you feel respected when they are unavailable, or do you feel trained to work harder for basic clarity? Tiny rewards keep the chase loop alive. One kind message, one apology. One night where everything feels normal again. Those moments matter, but they do not erase the larger pattern if the same uncertainty keeps returning. A useful test is to watch your behavior. Are you becoming more direct and peaceful, or are you studying every pause like a puzzle? Are you asking for what you need, or shrinking the need so the next warm moment arrives faster? Judge the pattern between warm moments, not only the warm moment itself. Anyone can sound caring when access is easy. The real test is whether the relationship becomes safer over time. Breaking the chase loop usually starts with delay. Do not answer from panic. Do not make a promise during relief. Give yourself enough time to see whether the warmth is part of repair or just the next reward in the cycle. You can also write a simple baseline for what consistent contact and respect look like to you. Not perfection, not constant access, just the minimum conditions where your mind can stop negotiating for scraps. Intensity alone is not evidence of love. Sometimes intensity is what the nervous system creates when safety is inconsistent. A healthier bond should make your world more stable, not make uncertainty feel like devotion. A quieter sign is how much of your day becomes emotional forecasting. You are not only waiting for a reply, you are trying to predict the temperature of the next reply before it arrives. That forecasting can look reasonable from the outside. You check your phone, reread the last exchange, soften what you were going to say, and call it patience. Underneath, your nervous system is working like the relationship has become a slot machine. The danger is that unpredictable warmth can make basic respect feel like a prize. A normal answer starts to feel generous. A small apology starts to feel enormous. A calm evening starts to feel like proof that the hard days were not really that serious. Count stability, not sparks. Count whether questions get answered, whether plans become reliable, whether apologies change behavior, and whether your body becomes calmer over time. Another useful move is to delay interpretation. When the warm moment comes back, do not immediately decide that the whole pattern is healed. Let the next few interactions show whether consistency followed the warmth. If you are always easiest to love after you stop asking for clarity, that is not repair. That is a lesson. The relationship may be teaching you that your needs are safest when they are invisible. Healthy attachment does not require you to audition for steadiness. It can handle a direct question without making you pay for asking it. It may not be perfect, but it does not turn reassurance into a rare event you have to earn. A practical boundary sounds simple. I am available for consistency, not guessing. You do not have to say it dramatically. You can live it by answering slower, asking clearer, and refusing to reward disappearances with extra pursuit. The strongest evidence is what happens when you stop chasing the reward. If the other person moves toward clarity, there may be room for repair. If they only return when they feel you pulling away, the loop is still running. The goal is not to punish distance. The goal is to stop confusing distance followed by sweetness with a trustworthy bond. Consistency is quieter than intensity, but it gives your mind a place to rest. The useful move is to notice the small, repeatable shift. What changed after the interaction? Did you gain a clearer choice, or did you become more anxious about choosing at all? That question matters because manipulation often hides inside aftermath. The conversation may sound normal while it is happening. The cost shows up later, when you are replaying every sentence, softening your own memory, and trying to make the confusing part your responsibility. A grounded person can hear a clear question without turning it into a loyalty test. They may disagree, but they do not need to punish the question. That is one of the simplest ways to separate tension from control. You can also ask what the pattern rewards. Does it reward honesty, repair, and clearer boundaries? Or does it reward silence, guessing, over-explaining, and emotional self-abandonment? Patterns become easier to understand when you look at what they train you to do. If the answer is uncomfortable, move slowly. You do not need a dramatic confrontation to start protecting your judgment. Sometimes the first healthy step is just refusing to make a permanent decision while you are confused, rushed, guilty, or emotionally cornered. The final reminder is this: clarity should make your world more workable. It should help you name the next honest step. If a person, tool, or system keeps giving you intensity without clarity, treat that as a signal to slow down and widen your perspective. A second useful lens is repetition over mood. Anyone can have a tense day. Anyone can communicate poorly once. The question is whether the same emotional shape keeps returning, and whether you are always the one who has to shrink, chase, prove, or apologize to restore peace. That is why the safest advice is usually boring. Slow down. Name facts. Keep records. Ask for specifics. Wait until your body is calm before sending the message that could be forwarded, cropped, or used as the new topic. It also helps to separate urgency from importance. Something can feel urgent because your nervous system wants relief, not because a wise decision is required in the next 5 minutes. When the pressure spikes, time is often the protection. The strongest boundary is not always a dramatic speech. Sometimes it is a smaller pattern repeated calmly. Fewer explanations, clearer questions, one message instead of 6, a decision made after sleep instead of during panic. The promise is a sharper pause between stimulus and response, so the next move belongs to you instead of the pattern. The audience does not need another scary label. They need a repeatable decision rule. If a moment makes them abandon facts and chase emotional relief, that is the exact point where the lesson becomes useful. You cannot control whether someone else becomes clear, fair, or consistent. You can control the speed of your response, the quality of your notes, the questions you ask, and the point where you stop rewarding confusion. If you needed this reminder, save it before the next warm message rewrites the whole pattern.